Welcome, Canada, to another edition of Canada Games TV Today. I'm Philippe Baudry, standing here at the Northern BC Tourism Plaza with some of their team. We have a great show for you today, and we'll kick it off with a story on table tennis.
It's a game so intense that if you look away for even a moment, you might miss the action. Table tennis made its debut at the Games in 1967. Since then, the sport has only grown in popularity. This 15-year-old from Team Quebec picked up her first racket when she was barely big enough to see over the table. Alicia's coach once came to the Games as an athlete, and after guiding her through the Winter Games, he'll be preparing her for the World Championships. He knows she has what it takes to be successful.
The best quality she has, she's a hard worker. She plays 6-7 days a week, 4 or 5 hours a day, and she never gives up. Talent mixed with work, you have a good player.
It's the intense nature of the Games that draws people in.
It's the fastest sport in the world. The ball's small, but then, with all the spin and power we give and put them on table, spectacular game.
And that's what the players at this year's game love about the sport. The sheer intensity.
The fact that it's really fast-paced. Unlike tennis, there's also spin involved. There's a lot of variation in the game. And sport because of the speed and the spin, and the concentration that goes in.
Aside from the fierce competition, players are looking forward to taking in all the games have to offer. But before these athletes relax and take in other sports, they hope to accomplish what they came here to do. Earn the title of Best Table Tennis Players in Canada. Victoria Levy, Canada Games TV, today.
The Northern BC Tourism Plaza downtown Prince George has been a busy place during the Games. With virtual tours of different regions of the North on display, people have a chance to win big if they take a selfie. Tell me a little bit about this plaza and how it's been received so far during the Games.
Sure. So we've got the Tourism Prince George side here, which is combined with the Northern BC Tourism photo booth, and it's been awesome. We've been basically busy straight through from 12 until 9:30, sometimes before, sometimes after, just full of people who are asking questions about Prince George and things they can do, and then they want to get in on the contest. We've got a photo booth contest where if you take pictures with props and stuff and you hashtag NBC Road Trip, you can win great daily prizes and also prizes, 7 grand prizes with trips throughout the region, and so people are really excited.
It was important for Tourism BC to promote the North and all its great travel destinations in a unique way.
Well, like I said, I think this is, tourism has, maybe been a little bit of a miss in previous games, and we saw what happened with the Olympics 4 or 5 years ago in Vancouver and how tourism played a massive role there, and we just really wanted to do something a little bit different than everybody, and we felt it was really important to invite the communities.
So it's pretty simple. You come here to the Northern BC Tourism Plaza, you grab your cell phone, you take a selfie, you send it in for a chance to win one of 7 trips to the Great North. Austin Goode for Canada Games TV today.
After the break, let's find out about a very generous initiative from Team Ontario.
There is an ancient rhythm that flows through all things, through rocky spires and ocean's swell, the endless stillness of green, and in the restless depths of human hearts, the voice of the wild within.
Team Ontario started off week 2 with a pep rally and ceremony for their legacy project to get incoming athletes excited for the Games. Mission staff congratulated the young athletes on getting to the Games, but reminded them of the support they received from coaches and parents along the way. That's why Team Ontario decided to give back to their host city through a legacy project.
Out behind the flag, out in the hallway, there's probably over 30 boxes of good items, winter clothing, sport equipment that is going to go to a local community organization here. it's going to make a real difference in the lives of some of the people that are going to receive these items.
For some, it might introduce them to the sport for the first time, and so that's a real opportunity for all of our community. So some of the young people that we work with don't have the opportunities or the means by which to participate in sports, and so that's why it's really important for their worth that they get started in a good way.
I think the Legacy Project is awesome. Like, it helps out with a lot of different kids. I know I grew up with a family surrounded by sports. I play sports myself, and to have the ability to do it is great to feel part of a team. Like, it feels like a different sense of community than almost anywhere else.
The games will be over at the end of February, but thanks to these gifts, the legacy Team Ontario leaves will last for years to come. Corey Correa for Canada Games TV today.
Athletes really face a lot of challenges. And our next story is about a squash athlete from Ontario who had to move to Manitoba to pursue her dreams.
Lots of athletes have to make sacrifices for their sport. One squash player from Team Manitoba, though, had to leave her family to make the next step.
I lived in Fort Frances, Ontario. Their population is maybe about 8,000 people. I'd never been on a transit bus before. I was living on my own, and getting to school was scary.
Anika had the talent and felt like moving to the big city would help her development.
There was a coach in Winnipeg that came to me and said, "Oh, I'd love to coach you," and everything. So then I started thinking about, oh, what if I played in Winnipeg and then I could be on the provincial team? That was exciting.
Having coached her since she was 7, Trevor Borland is still impressed with Anika's big switch.
She moved without her family, so it definitely shows her commitment to the game and her determination to do well in what she likes to do.
Making the move may have been difficult at times, but Anika is more than happy now with her decision.
And I'll have to leave my friends, my family, and as all these little things that I was worrying about. It was kind of lonely, but I made it through, and I got a lot of city experience.
Growing up in Ontario, there's an added push whenever she's playing against her old province.
I can kind of show them that, I'm pretty good too, so I love playing them. Like, they're really, really tough, but I always like to see how good I can get against them.
And her coach knows how lucky Manitoba is to have such a strong athlete on their side.
She's definitely one of the most talented players we have, even in Canada. She's one of the most talented. Just a little bit of confidence lacking at times against some of the top players, but she's still ranked in the top 7 or 8 in the country.
Getting to these Canada Winter Games took an extraordinary amount of bravery from Anika, but it looks like the big decision to move from a small town has paid off. Ryan Lepper for Canada Games TV today.
Prince George is known as the heart of the North in British Columbia, and what better way to experience that than to hike through the trails here at Forest for the World. Kids and the young at heart can grab themselves a toboggan, a plastic sled, or a greased-up baking pan and hit up any of the slopes around town, including right here at Rainbow Park. Well, we've reached the end of our list, and the #1 thing to do while you're in Prince George is to hop on the back of a sled and let these beautiful dogs show you around. I'm Chantal for Canada Games TV today.
Oh, hey.
Hey there.
What were you doing?
Oh, just training for the Canada Games TV Today race.
Well, what's that?
Well, our reporters went on an all-out sprint around the city of Prince George to be dubbed the first ever winner of the Canada Games TV Today race.
Wow, that sounds like fun.
Absolutely.
But if you want to know what we're doing when we're not running around Prince George, we're going to give you a behind-the-scenes look into our Canada Games TV Today show, but tomorrow. So stay tuned.
Whew, all that running around kind of made me hungry. Do you want to go for lunch?
No need to. I got a squash right here.
Oh, well that reminds me, isn't squash a sport?
Yeah, I think it is. In fact, it's actually here at the Canada Winter Games.
Yeah, all those games are happening up at UNBC for the rest of the week, so it's probably a pretty cool sport to watch.
Absolutely.
To stay connected, follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at ViaSportBC, and be sure to use the hashtag CGTVtoday.
And catch Canada Games TV Today weeknights at 5 p.m. at the Canada Games Plaza or online at canadagamestv.ca.
Now stay tuned. After the break, we'll introduce you to one of the coolest activities in Prince George.
Heart pounding, adrenaline rushing, never knowing what to expect. What paramedic Brandon Doneff and his team do in the first few seconds of an emergency call could save a life. How he got engaged with helping others is a story worth hearing. Brandon, a story of caring. Your story is our story. See his, share yours. fanshawc.ca/yourstory.
These Huskies are not your average lap dogs. They're a team of athletes, a pack that could pull you across the Great White North at speeds of up to 26 kilometers per hour. And Sally Swan here in Prince George has 31 of them.
Yeah, they're all different ages. We have everything from 1-year-olds to 10-and-a-half-year-olds, and we keep all of them going. Some only go a mile or two, and others might go up to 10, but as you can see, they're very talkative. We have a lot that are rehomed to us, as well as we get some through rescue, mainly because people get the breed and say, oh, they're so cute, and they want one, and then they put them in their backyard, and they destroy the backyard. Only because they're bored, right? They want to get out there, they want to travel.
And traveling in a pack is what they do best, so it doesn't take the young ones long to learn the ropes.
It's kind of in their blood, right? They like being in that pack situation. Usually hiking and walking just doesn't do it for them. So they're pretty much athletic junkies. They really like to go, and that's kind of their thing.
Well, I'm about to go on my very first dog sledding ride ever. I think these guys are ready to go. What do you think?
We'll stop them when we get out on the trail. On bike. On bike. Going down the trail, and all they're just all hunkered in their harnesses and working, and once in a while they'll sniff something, their nose goes in the air, and they're just the happiest you'll see them is when they're out on the trail. So that's what makes me happy, seeing them happy.
Well, I don't know about you, but I think this is definitely the best way to get around in the north. I'm Zach Singer for Canada Games TV Today.
This one's for you tonight, Prince George. It's so dark, I can't see the light. Well, I close my eyes and I think of you. Here we go.
The second week of the Cold Snap Festival in Prince George kicked off with a performance by Juno Award-winning Said the Whale, an indie rock band from Vancouver. Canada Games TV Today met up with them beforehand to learn more.
It's really tough. That's an impossible question almost, because if each song is about something I care about, I can't pick one thing that I care most about. I have songs about different people I love or different places I love or things. So I go through little moments where I am playing a song and it means the most to me at that time, but they're all pretty important to me.
For me, it's definitely a song called "Helpless Son." I wrote it for my mom, and it's on our album Hawaii. We have a friend named Camilo who is a magician, just like in the song. So it's pretty much just a real life account of this little Colombian dude coming to our house parties and wowing everybody with his insane magic tricks.
We've had a cast change of keyboardists and bass players, and the band we have now has been around for a few years, and I think we've evolved as most people would if you played all the time and traveled a lot. You just get more comfortable, have a better idea of playing together and who you are. I don't know.
For me, certainly, I'm more willing to experiment with different sounds than I probably was when we first started. You know, everyone in our band has a very wide taste in music, and is generally excited to experiment with different sonics and stuff like that.
As you can see behind me, Said the Whale is playing at the Cold Snap Festival. The performance takes stage every night at 7 for the duration of the games. Kimberly Schoenberger for Canada Games TV Today.
Can I have some donuts, please? Thank you very much. There's lots of good food to find here at the plaza, but that's not all. Every night, people from Prince George gather here to watch the fireworks, and that's thanks to one great team.
Green, blue, red, and purple!
At the end of each day here in Prince George, most people will stop what they're doing and look up. And behind each colorful display is a hard-working team, turning pure firepower into a work of explosive art.
We started over a year ago in ordering the fireworks we needed. Programming and producing each show individually is a different show every night. We have an amazing group of volunteers, as you can see behind us. Everyone is a licensed supervisor with Explosives Regulatory Division of Canada.
Each spectacle starts out inside these cylinders, and with one press of a button,
within about three and a half seconds, this shell will be ignited and be 600 feet in the air. It explodes, and you get the different star effects, and the different colors come out in whatever pattern they're designed in inside the shell.
Once it starts going up in the air, that's where the magic really begins. It's like a painter's canvas in the sky.
For 10 minutes each night, it doesn't matter where you've come from, why you came here, or what you're going to take home with you. You are here for one experience. You are here together. And you're looking at the same thing.
We love it. We weren't expecting this at all, and it's really, really tremendous.
I liked the pink and purple.
They had some good, really good timing with some of the crescendos of how things would kind of draw your attention low, and then we'd be awed up wide and high.
It's awesome. It's really cool, and it exploded it almost went to Jupiter.
And while the show won't quite reach Jupiter, it touches everyone here in Prince George, all thanks to these volunteers. Anika Alexander for Canada Games TV Today.
That's all we have for today. Thank you for stopping by. I'm Philippe Baudry for Canada Games TV Today, and see you tomorrow.
Interact with us online through Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, and be sure to hashtag all your Canada Games posts with hashtag CGTV Today. Canada Games TV Today airs weekdays at 5 p.m. and 5:30 p.m. at canadagamestv.ca.
Via Sport Productions is really a way for us to spread out the reach of amateur sport within BC and the world
We have an opportunity to live stream, we can cover events, all ages and stages of life. For the first time, we can bring amateur sport to our community and to our province and to our country.
VIA Sport is the organization tasked with making sure all the different moving parts in the sport system are aligned so as to deliver the best possible sport and fitness product for every citizen in every corner of the province.
VIA Sport is about growing sport and physical activity throughout the province of British Columbia. At the end of the day, we want more people playing more sport for a longer time in more places.